Good day, everyone, especially to you, Sir Gamali. So, my topic for today is about citizenship. Citizenship is a relationship between individual and state to which individual owns allegiance, and it turns entitled to its protection. Each state determines the condition under which it will recognize persons as citizens, and the conditions under which that status will be withdrawn. Citizenship is the state of being a citizen, along with the rights, duties, and privileges of being a citizen. A citizen is a person who placed by birth, nationality of one or both parents, or neutralization, is granted full rights and responsibility as a member of a nation or a political country. So, citizenship and citizen distinguish from national and nationality. From the point of view international law, citizenship and citizen do not exactly mean the same. As nationality and national, the national of a state include not only citizens who enjoy full civil and political privileges, but also all over who are not citizens, but because they owe allegiance to it are not granted as aliens while all citizens of a state. How are citizenship and nationality different? Nationality indicates the place where a person or his parent are born, and citizenship is legally acquired after fulfilling the eligibilities of becoming a citizen of any country. Nationality can be applied to the country where an individual has been born. Citizenship is a legal status, which means that individual has been registered with government in some country. Nationality is a got through inheritance from his parents, or it called a natural phenomenon. Meaning of subject and alien. A citizen is a member of a democratic country who enjoys full civil and political rights in monarchical state. He is often called subject. An alien is a citizen of a country who is residing or passing through another country. He is a popularly called foreigner. He is not given any full rights to citizenship but entitled to receive protection as to his person property. General ways of acquiring citizenship. There are two ways in acquiring citizenship: involuntary method and voluntary method. Involuntary method by birth because of blood relationship or place of birth. Voluntary method by neutralization except in the case of collective neutralization of inhabitants of a territory which take place when it ceded by one state to another as a result of a conquest or treaty. What are the modes acquiring Philippine citizenship? Number 1, Filipino by birth or natural born Filipino. Number 2, Filipino by naturalization or naturalized citizen. Filipino by naturalization, which is the judicial act of adopting a foreigner and clothing him with privileges of a native-born citizen. It is entrance into similar relation towards a new body of politic. Classification of Filipino citizen. Those whose father or mother are citizen of the Philippines, those born before January 17, 1973. Of a Filipino mother who elect the Philippine citizenship upon reaching the age of majority, and those are naturalized in accordance of law. Ideals, policy, and neutralization. One way by which a foreigner may become a citizen of the Philippines is through the process of administrative or neutralization under the Republic Act number 9139, or an act providing for the acquisition of Philippine citizenship for a certain alien by administrative neutralization for other purposes. Neutralization is a legal act or process by which a non-citizen or country may acquire citizenship or nationality of the country. It may be done automatically by state without any effort on the part of the individual, or it may involve an application or motion and approval by legal authorities. Nature of neutralization. Neutralization is an act of investigating an alien, which is the state of nation or national, in giving state. It may be accomplished as the result of voluntary application, special legislative direction, marriage to citizen, or parental action. The term neutralization refers to the process of allowing a foreigner who lives in the one country to become a citizen of another country. For example, neutralization involves a process by which foreigner must live for extended period in the country he wishes to become a citizen of. There are three ways acquiring by neutralization: by judgment, by direct of Congress, by administrative. Who might qualify as a Philippine citizen by naturalization under the revised Naturalization Act? A persons born in the Philippines and have received their primary and secondary education in public school or those recognized by government and not limited to any race or nationality, and those who have resided continuously in the Philippines for a period of 30 years or more before filling their application. Qualification. Subject to Section 4 of this Act, any person having the following qualification may become a citizen of the Philippines by neutralization. First, he must not less than 21 years old on the day of hearing the petition. Second, he must have resided in the Philippines for a continuous period of not less than 10 years. Third, he must be a good moral character and believes in the principle underlying in the Philippines constitutions, and must conduct himself in proper and irreproachable manner during the entire period of his residence in the Philippines in his relation which constitute government as the community in which he is living. Fourth, he must own real estate in the Philippines worth not less than 5,000 pesos Philippine currency, or must have known lucrative trade profession or law occupation. Fifth, he must able to speak and write English or Spanish and any other principal Philippine languages. Sixth, he must have enrolled his minor children of school age in any of the public schools or private school recognized by the Office of Private Education of the Philippines, where the Philippine history, government, and civics are taught, or pre-described as part of school curriculum. During the entire period of the residence in the Philippines required of him prior to hearing of his petition for naturalization as Philippine citizen, who are not disqualified. The following cannot be neutralized as Philippine citizenship. Number 1, person opposed or to organized government or affiliated with any association or group of persons who uphold and teach doctrines opposing all organized government. Persons defending or teaching the necessary or property of violence, personal assault, or assassination for the success and predominance of their ideas. Number 3, polygamists or believers in the practice of polygamy. Number 4, persons convicted of crimes involving moral turpitude. Number 5, persons suffering from mental alienation or incurable contagious disease. Number 6, persons who are during the period of their residence in the Philippines have not mingled social with the Filipinos or have not evidenced since desire to learn and embrace the customs, traditions, and ideas of the Filipinos. Number 7, citizen or subject or nation with whom the United States and the Philippines are at war during the period such as war. Citizen or subject or foreigner country or other than the United States whose law do not grant Filipinos the right to become naturalized citizenship or subject there. Declaration of intention. 1 year prior of the filing of his petition for admission to the Philippine citizenship, the applicant for Philippine citizenship shall file with the Bureau of Justice a declaration under the oath of its is Obama faith, his intention to become a citizen of the Philippines. Such declaration shall set forth name, age, occupation, personal description, place of birth, last foreign residence, and allegiance. The state of arrival, the name of the vessel or aircraft, if any, in which he became to the Philippines, and the place of residence in the Philippines at the time of making the declaration. No declaration shall be valid until lawful entry for permanent resident has been established and certificate showing the date, place, and manner of his arrival has been issued. The declarant must also state that he has enrolled his minor children, if any, in any of the public school or private school recognized by the Office or Private Education of the Philippines, where Philippine history, government, and civic are taught or prescribed part of curriculum during the entire period. Person exempt from requiring to make declaration of intention. Person born in the Philippines and have received their primary and secondary education in public schools or those recognized by the government and not limited to any race or nationality, and those who have resided continuously in the Philippines. For example, for a period of 30 years or more before filling their application, may be neutralized without having to make a declaration or intention. Upon complying with the other requirements of this act, to such requirements shall be added that which establish that applicant has given primary and secondary education to all his children in the public school or in private school recognized by the government and not limited to any race or nationality. The same shall be under to be applicable with respect on widow and minor children and alien who has declared his intention to become a citizen of the Philippines and dies before he is actually naturalized. Loss of citizenship, also referred to as loss of nationality, is the event of ceasing to a citizen of a country under the nationality law of that country. What are the grounds for acquiring lost Philippine citizenship? Number 1, by naturalization. Number 2, by repetition, affected by merely taking the necessary oath of allegiance to the Republic of the Philippines and registering the same in the proper civil registry. And number 3, by direct act Congress. Retention and acquisition of citizenship. Citizenship Relation and Reacquisition Act, this law of which took effect on September 2003, declares that former natural-born Filipino citizens who are acquired foreign citizenship through naturalization are deemed to have not lost their Philippine citizenship under the condition provided in the Act. The oath of allegiance is an oath of administrative to a recited by immigrants who wish to accede to the citizenship of the Republic of the Philippines. The current oath based on the United States Oath of Allegiance was first enshrined in Commonwealth Act No. 473, the revised Naturalization Law of 1939, with the modern version enshrined in the Republic Act No. 9225. The Citizenship Retention and Reacquisition of Act of 2003. Derivative and citizenship is a method of solely of passing the citizenship of the parents to his or her children. However, depends above 18 years old or older, or even if he or she is not yet 18, but married do not fall under that derivative citizenship. Civil and political rights are a class of right that protect individuals' freedom from from frightenment by governments or social organization and private individuals. They ensure one's entitlement to participate in the civil and political life of society and the state without discrimination or repression.